Hey there, my name's Adam McLaughlin, and I want to talk to you today about three things that you need in order to start your web design business. So, this is a question that I get often from people who are really excited about starting their own agency. Maybe they want to work remotely, maybe they want to set their own hours, maybe they're doing a side hustle, whatever it is. Freelancers who maybe understand web design and want to know what does it really take to start a web design business. So, number one, I would figure out how to choose your audience. Choose your audience. Who is it that you're specifically going to serve with your web design agency? There are plenty of agencies out there who will do websites for anybody and everybody, for the plumber, for the lawyer, for the restaurant downtown, for the furniture store. But the way to stand out is to be a specific designer for a specific industry, not only just the industry, but a segment of the industry. You can really stand out as a designer if you become the go-to person for X, the go-to person for pet stores with aquariums, aquarium pet stores, the go-to person for organic pizza shops in Ohio, the go-to person for mom and pop coffee shops, the go-to person for fill in the blank. So what I would recommend is that you start by figuring out exactly who can you serve, what audience can you serve really, really well. Maybe this is a business or an industry that you knew growing up. Maybe your family owned a business. Maybe you have a close friend that owns a business who could tell you all about the ins and outs of the industry. Maybe you have a hobby and that hobby helps you understand all the ins and outs of the industry, the suppliers, the products, the services, how different businesses differ. Whatever that thing is, figure out who your target industry is. So that's number one, the first thing you need to do when you're starting a web design agency. The second thing you need to do is you need to build a portfolio website. You need to build a marketing website that speaks exactly to that industry with images, with catchphrases, with terminology that speaks directly to that industry. So the second thing is to build a marketing website that speaks exactly to that industry. And the third thing is to actually have people in your portfolio, which means you have to go make the sale. Okay, so you need to go out and do sales. You might say, listen, I'm just really good at choosing colors, choosing layouts, making sure things function well. I'm a designer, I'm not a salesperson. Well, the reality is your business needs a salesperson and somebody to be doing sales and marketing. So if that's not you, then you need to go find a person who can help you with the sales. So there's four hats that have to be worn in any web design agency, whether it's a freelancer, just a one person, whether it's a person with a bunch of contractors, whether it's a huge agency with a huge employee list. There are four hats that have to be worn. Number one, sales and marketing. Somebody has to do the sales and somebody has to let clients know what you do and how you do it. Number two, technical. Somebody has to make sure that the websites are working and running. Number three, design. Somebody actually has to build the websites and make modifications so that you can get the website live. And number four is administrative work. And administrative work might be something as simple as filing your expenses, filing your taxes with the government, collecting your receipts, etc. So that one's actually really easy to outsource because you can often find a local accountant who can help you out for a couple $100s a month and do a few hours worth of work just to keep everything rolling as far as the paperwork. The design, you can do that with somebody who can outsource, like you could use a third-party hosting company, and maybe that hosting company looks after your technical. I meant to say technical. So your third-party hosting company can look after your technical part, or maybe you do that yourself. Design, somebody actually has to build the websites or be in charge in making sure that contractors are building the websites. And the last one, of course, is sales and marketing. So what I would recommend is that each person in your company wears no more than two hats, which means that if you're an army of one, you're going to wear two hats and outsource two. If you're a partnership, then maybe each person in the partnership can wear two hats, so that's two and two. Or maybe each person in the partnership, somebody's just looking after sales and marketing, somebody's just looking after design, and you're outsourcing technical and administration. But Really, sales, that's the third part of what you need to start your web design agency. So just to recap, number one, you need to have a specific audience. You need to know that audience inside and out, and you need to be the expert in building websites for that audience. Number two, you have to have a portfolio website, a website that shows what you can do, how you do it. Again, all the images, all the text speak specifically to your industry. And number three, you have to be making sales. You have to be building a portfolio. So those are the three things that you need to start your web design agency. I'd love to hear your questions in the comments. Please leave them below. Like and follow so you can get more information from me about how I've built my agency since 2011. Now I have 88 monthly active clients as of when I'm recording this video in February 2023. Let's go build that agency.